Hey guys, welcome back to Hot Rods and Honeydews. Today, I'm going to do a little bit of a honeydew list. Got to change the oil on my wife's Durango RT. It's got the 5.7 Hemi. Runs good. We're hitting, I think this thing's 96,000 miles, so I'm about 1,000 miles. I try to do an oil change every 5,000, about 1,000 over. And she has just been driven a little bit ago. I let it cool off for about an hour or so, but she's still pretty daggone hot. These modern vehicles, they hold so much heat under the engine. So, but let's see what we got here as far as over here on the goodie shelf. We've got a couple of gallons of 5W20 Syntec full synthetic, and a Wix XP. What we got here? This is part number 57060 XP. So we'll run the Wix. I'm not a fan of this thin oil, but everything I've read online says the 5W20, you should probably keep it in your Durango, keep it in your Hemi. You know, they don't have the lifter failure issues that Chevrolets have. So I'll keep running the 520. Hopefully we can keep this Hemi going for another, a couple 100,000 miles. But let's get this oil change started. I'll show you guys the process I do to get started, and little tips and tricks, and something I just learned recently. I'll show you some problems that the wonderful engineers at Dodge created for those of us who like to do stuff on our own, and a solution that I found to go around that. It could have been a common fix, I don't know, but I just saw it recently when I did the water pump on this thing. I'll show you guys today. All right, guys, got her up on the ramps, and when it comes to these drive-on ramps, I think these are rated for, I can't even think of the number off the top of my head. Let me look and see. These are the Harbor Freight drive-on ramps. What are they rated for? 6,500 pound capacity, 3,250 pounds each. So that's 6,500 pounds for the front, 6,500 pounds for the back. So I got her up on 4 ramps, kind of get her up in the air a little bit. Makes the oil change go a little bit easier. But the first thing we got to do is, well, that is snug. Ooh, this engine is warm. This oil change is going to be hot. I'll set that right there and pull the engine cover off. Set it to the side. Wow, man, that thing holds in some heat. And once we get that off, be able to put the oil in. Engine's pretty clean engine. This thing's garage kept. It doesn't go off road or anything. It's just highway driven. So stays pretty clean. Let's pull the old dipstick out and see what it says. We are full. And that oil, man, it is so nice not working on a diesel. Still has a beautiful amber color to it, and that's with about 6,000 miles on that oil change. I'll show you one of the biggest gripes I have about this vehicle. Let me grab a light. Climb underneath this rig. Yeah, and if you look, of course, I have the oil filter cover. I just keep it off. So the drain plug for the oil pan, is right here inside this door. It lives on the front of the oil pan. That's why I put it up on 4 ramps, because I want the vehicle sitting as level as possible so we can get every drop of oil out of it. The filter lives right above it, right here. And yes, they they put that stupid little oil diverter cup, and all it does is just dump it down on this plastic, and then it runs out over here. It runs out back here. It just runs out all over the place. And then also, you know, this hole, once you have your arm up in here, and the oil runs right into your armpit. It's wonderful. It's wonderful, especially with it being hot right now. Not going to be fun. But one thing I noticed when I was doing the water pump is I should be able to reach down directly from the top up here and get this oil filter off a lot easier. And that's just trying to get up. All I'm going to do is take off this airbox silencer, and I'll be able to reach straight down through here underneath this airbox. Put my arm straight down. How hard are these? Ooh, yeah, that's one. But right underneath the alternator is where that oil filter lives. So I should be able to unscrew that easier from the top side, not get the hot oil down my arm. Just let it drain into my giant drain pan here that still has oil and transmission fluid from the diesel the other day. And that's going to be my drain method. And this is going to be the first time trying getting the oil filter off from the top side. I think it should be better. Don't mind my paint peeling off the front bumper. We bought this vehicle used, and I'm pretty sure that it had a respray or maybe even a replacement front bumper, and it doesn't even look like it was sanded or scuffed. That's just black plastic. So that's one thing I need to address, is I'd like to get this front bumper repainted. Other than that, the vehicle's body-wise almost absolutely perfect. There might be, I think somewhere there's a door ding somewhere, but it's not very much. There's not a lot of damage on it. A little scuff, a little scratch here and there, but it's a 2017 with 96,000 miles on it. I think she's still really sharp, runs good, rides good. It does need new shocks. I'll need to get new shocks on it soon. And, you know, I have a problem, because my brain says, get the Eibach, you know, springs. It's only a 0.6 inch drop. Get the Eibach springs on it. Some, you know, a little bit higher performance shock. Make it, you know, handle a little better. And I'm like, stop. This is my wife's car. This is what we take our son back and forth to school in. It doesn't need to be high performance. It doesn't need to handle on rails. It's a 6,000 pound SUV, give or take, 5,800 pounds or whatever. This thing is not a sports car. It is not designed to go rip roaring around a country road. It's pretty fun for what it is. You know, it's not that. That's more fun. That's 2,000 pounds less with about the same horsepower. That thing's fun. That thing needs stiff springs, lowered springs, high performance shocks, you know, stuff like that. For this thing, we do have to replace the tire soon. I want to get the best, quietest, smoothest riding tire that I can find, the softest shock that I could get for this thing. Like, I want this thing riding quiet and soft, like riding on a cloud. But anyway, let me get you set up on, get the camera set up, and we'll start disassembling this front and see if this front from the top filter removal is better than from the bottom. Let's see, what do we need here? Flathead, 8mm flathead. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't even have to undo that connector. I was wondering if I was going to have to undo this connector or not. I can just flip it out of the way and leave it here. That's one thing that you will not get used to. After replacing this water pump a couple months ago, I never took the time to like spray the front of the engine off. It still, when it's hot, it still smells like coolant, even though there's none leaking out anywhere. It's a little unnerving, a little aggravating, but it is what it is. But yep, I see the filter. Ooh, wow, that is hot. This might not be a good idea. I might have to let this thing cool down a little bit more to do this. Or go put on a long sleeve. But I see the filter right there. It is smiling at me. Just wanting me to grab it with my bare hand. That'll probably be really hot. Maybe I didn't think this too good. You know, you want to change the oil when the engine's warm. You know, kind of, if there is any sludge, it's loosened up. It's, you know, you'll get more contaminants out of your engine when you change it hot than you will when you change it cold. So now's the time to do it. How am I going to approach this? You got a little bit like an oil blow-by situation right there. A little buildup on the front of the, might be a slight gasket leak from the top of this valve cover. Might need to do valve covers here soon. Maybe even valve cover replacements because these are plastic. Maybe throw some aluminum valve covers on it. Who knows? You know, while you're in there, you know, while I'm in there, pull the variable valve timing, throw a cam in it. Wait, nope, there I go. Getting ahead of myself again. But anyway. All right. I got the oil that was the old diesel oil and the diesel transmission fluid. Got it recycled, put in proper recycling containers. And, you know, we're going to make sure that we are responsible with that. But, you know, she's warm, but I think I can do this. So let's get underneath the rig. I've got my drain pan set up, ready to go. Yeah, and it is a 16 drain pan bolt right there, and it's fairly new. I think I just replaced it a couple oil changes ago. New bolt, new gasket, but it is a 16 millimeter. It should be on loosen. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's see if I can get a little. Well, why don't my dumb butt just have it on tighten? Kind of hard to do one-handed. I don't see how legit Street Cars does so much with one hand, but he's a talented cat. Oh, here we go. Luckily, I got this Gorilla Grip. Slide the pan under. Let's work this thing. Oh yeah, she's warm. She is warm. I like to kind of keep pressing in on it. Oh, and there we go. Got a little bit on my hand. Not bad. And she's not even that warm, but Still has a beautiful amber brown color to it. It's not black. These Hemis run pretty clean. They sure do. But you can see the pretty new washer and drain pan bolt, or drain pan bolt. So we'll let that drain out for a minute. Set that here. Wipe off the old Gorilla Paw. Let's get you back on the tripod. Sit. Stay. Get the bolt wiped off. Oh yeah. I don't remember where I got the bolt. This might be just a Dorman bolt, but you know, it does the trick. Okay, let's let me go get a glove. And I'm going to try not to cry like a girl. Actually, not a good term. I'm going to try not to cry like a little baby or a sissy. Man, that thing's been sitting there for months. Tells you how long ago I've shoved Betty over there. It was cold. I'm going to try to kind of wrap this right here on this hot exhaust. Reach down. There is the oil filter. Ooh, I should probably try to turn my hand this way. There we go. Much more. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm at an angle where I can't get a good grip on it. Oh, come on. All right, well, let's try this hand. Let's see if this hand's any. There we go. Oh yeah, that whatever pulley that is touching my skin is warm. There we go. Got it loose. See, and that's a good thing about this not being a diesel, because I put it on like a human. You can take it off like a human. You don't have to. And there comes. Ooh, make sure I got this in place. There we go. You can take it off normally. Oh, this is nice. Not getting oil down my armpit. Problem is, I'm going to have to drop it into this pool of oil, and it's probably going to splash oil on my beautiful brunt work pants. And there it goes. Let's get my hand out. Wasn't that bad. Oh yeah, I did a little splatter. Again, on my brunts. Nope. I think I cleared my brunts. Nice. I am going to call that a success. I don't know if you guys can see. There's enough of an opening right here to where you can get your arm in there. And wow, yeah, I've actually blistered my arm. I burnt my arm. It didn't feel that hot, but I do. I don't know if you guys can see that. I did put blisters on my arm, and it's peeled the skin back a little bit. Wow, it did not feel that hot. Maybe I'm just that desensitized to pain. I don't know. I'm kind of otherworldly. It's odd. It was, that was hot, but I didn't think it was blister my skin hot. Oh well. Good job, idiot. Just a few drops of oil. Let's wipe up. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. I think the only place I have oil still dripping is out of the oil pan, and it is such a small amount. I'm gonna go ahead and put the oil pan bolt back in. That is literally just barely dripping. So oil pan bolt back in. Slide out the world's best drain pan. You go live over here for a minute. Let's wipe up my very minor mess. Not too bad. Did get a little splatter on the bottom of the rig from dropping the oil filter, but I'd rather have it down there than all over me. All right, where's my oil filter? Where's the new filter? Here it is. Yeah, new filter. New Syntec 5W20 powered by O'Reilly's. And I think I purchased this because it was the cheapest synthetic 5W20 at O'Reilly's had. And that's literally it. Not because it's the best, or, you know, I change it every 5,000 or so, sometimes less, sometimes more. My pocket knife is downstairs like an idiot. Not downstairs, down at the house. I don't have multiple floors in this garage. All right. So I'd like to put, just because you have to turn this thing sideways, well, what? Oh my goodness, that is embarrassing. In front of my friends, what an bonehead move. For the 10 or 15 of you that's watching, I apologize for that. I'm usually a little more graceful. That's what happens when you try to concentrate on talking and working. So, dripped a little oil right there. That's okay. Now, I am not going to try to install this from up here. I only wanted to do the removal from up here because I didn't want the hot oil running down my armpit. Now this is clean, cool oil. So let's climb under here. Stick my arm up in this ridiculously small hole that the wonderful engineers at Dodge designed. I'm betting whoever designed this probably had little arms. Little tiny baby arms. Well, yep, there we go. And there it is. And oh yeah, this is so much easier to do when you don't have oil dripping all over you. It does, it's not, you know, you do have to turn it a little bit at about a 45-degree angle. I don't understand why more auto manufacturers just don't do like an old small block Chevy, have the oil filter directly beside the drain pan mounted vertically, so you can do an oil change very easily, very conveniently, very cleanly. You got your drain pan bolt and your oil filter directly beside each other. And it's so nice. I don't know why they have to get so creative. And I understand they're making these engine compartments so tight and so little, and there's so much heat shielding and sound deadening and all this other BS that does nothing. Nothing. They concentrate on NVH so much. Noise, vibration, and harshness. How about concentrate on giving us a vehicle that'll last 200,000 miles, 300,000 miles, that we don't feel like, you know, we have to run out and get a new one every 5 years because it's breaking down. Just Give me a reliable vehicle and let us work on our own stuff. Is that too hard to ask? That's all we want. That's all most anybody wants. If you have a garage at home and you've got a spare 20, 30 minutes, you can do your own oil changes, your own tire rotations. All right, there's fully tight. And there, yeah, Gorilla Thumb engaged. She is more than snug enough. Let's wipe off the oil splatter from the top. And what oil mess I made down here. All right. So if I'm not mistaken, I got this done. Oil filter is on. You sit right here for a second. Free O'Reilly advertisement. Rotate this back around where it goes. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's 7 quarts that this thirsty unit takes. Make sure she is. Will you fit in there? Oh yeah, nice. And this is 4. This is 4 quarts, right? Do I math good? 5 quarts. My bad. This is 5 quarts. I'm glad I read that, because I would have put in this and then half the other jug, and I would have put 8.5 quarts in this daggone thing. That probably would not have been a good idea. Drink up, man. Our beautiful Durango. Yeah, there we go. You rest right there for a minute while I get your brother ready. Oh man, what a week this has been, guys. This has been a week to forget. My wife has been sick. I've had to take her to the hospital multiple times. Now I feel like she's well enough to where I can do this oil change without fear of, don't take your vehicle apart while your wife's sick kind of thing. Oh, empty the trash. Let's see. How many quarts was that, guys? 5. So we need to add 2 out of this guy. So we need to take it down to there. Ow. Stupid. Yeah. I feel naked without my pocket knife. Yeah. All right. 2 more quarts. Oh, yeah. Drink. Gulpy, gulpy, gulpy. Oh, is that good? Yeah, that's so good. That's a tickle over 2. Let's crank this unit up and see what the old dipstick says. Check our oil pressure. Keys are in it. Oh yeah, a little fresh oil. And she is, valve train is definitely a lot quieter. I'll tell you, this 5W20, I feel like 5,000 miles is pushing it sometimes because it's just so thin, especially in the summertime. And I would love to start running like 10W30 in it. 530, 1030. Maybe run 520 in it in the wintertime, but everything I read online said, do not do that. Do not do that. I don't care about gas mileage. I care about the engine lasting a long time. I don't care about if I get a mile per gallon worse because I put a slightly thicker oil in it. Let's see where's my oil pressure? Oil temp 134, oil pressure 51 psi. That sounds good. Yeah, there we go. Up to 65 on the little rev. Little. Let's check for leaks while she's running. I've already wiped off the ground. I got nothing. No leaks. We'll call that a success. Let's reset my oil life. Yeah, I was down to 28%. And I think I gotta have the engine off to reset it. Sorry about the beeping. Okay, hold OK to reset. There we go, 100%. Let's give it a recrank. Just 52 PSI, oil temp 152. Shoo, I got a tire getting low in the back. These tires are starting to go. I need to get some new tires soon. Voila, there we have it. Oil change in the 2017 Durango RT is complete. I just got to reassemble, get this back together, which, you know what, I'll just do it while I'm talking to you guys. It's easy peasy. Slide this back on. There we go. And now I will slide that on. And there's this 8mm bolt drops right in here. Kind of give that a wiggle. Get it started by hand. And there we go. And now let's tighten our hose clamps up. It's like, why? I could just do this while I'm talking to you. So guys, this took me, with filming, 20 minutes. This took 20 minutes to do. And it was so easy. You don't need special tools. If you have a normal vehicle that you can access, you don't have to have a lift. You can get these ramps. These ramps support, the set of ramps is 6,500 pounds per set. So that's 13,000 pounds for all four. There we go. That is on. Didn't disconnect any wiring. Oh, I'm not done. Here I am, jumping ahead of myself. Let's check our level. Now, she's been off for a few minutes. Everything's back in the oil pan. And we are slightly, ever so slightly above full. We're right above the full line. So I'm going to call that perfect. I'd rather have just a touch too much than not enough. Yeah, wipe off any oil that I spilled because I'm an idiot. I was trying to show off for my friends, both of you. Shirt. Go back over here. Oh, there's a pile of junk that I need to get to. Let's see what else is left to do. Let's get this out. Stick it back over here in my funnel holder 9000, otherwise known as the cheapest Rubbermaid shelf known to man. Engine cover. And these engine covers can be a bit pain to get on and off. I just like to get the back two on. You can kind of As you tilt it down, you can see I'm on the back one, and there I'm on the second one. And just kind of give them a little whack-a-rooney. And put the, there we go. Oil change in the Durango is complete. There we go. So that took, and even doing it the way I did it, you can do it without taking this off. It's just, you know, if you don't want motor oil, used motor oil in your armpit, this was the way to go. Only I would recommend letting it cool off a little more, or you might burn your arm like an idiot like me. But 8mm socket and ratchet, little 5/16 socket, or you can use a flathead screwdriver. It takes too loose. This one, the one on the throttle body, this 8mm bolt, this guy literally just lifts out of the way, and then the oil filter is straight down. But that's it. I'm gonna take her down off the lift and go park it back in the wife's garage. But not bad. A little 20-minute Friday night honeydew. This thing's ready to go for another 5,000 miles. Actually, we're close to 100,000 miles. I think I'm getting ready to do the spark plugs. This Hemi takes 16 spark plugs because they make so much power. They need twice the spark plugs. But 16 spark plugs. And then I need to do transmission service on this ZF 8-speed. I've never done that. Probably overdue. And I think the transmission filter is integrated into the pan. So I need to do a little research and see what I need to order, get the stuff together for that. And then I'll do a video on the transmission service on this guy. But that's it, guys, for today. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. Get out there and start wrenching on your own rig. You know, this maintenance, you don't have to pay $120, $150 to go get an oil change. If you have some ramps, a pan to drain your oil in, some rags, this took a 16mm socket, an 8mm socket, a 5/16 or flat blade. You can do it yourself. You can do it right here in your own driveway. And that was the oil, and the filter cost me $60. So yeah, you're still spending 60, but yeah, it took 20 minutes. It's fun to do. Get you out of the house for a minute. You know, just kind of gives you a little bit of, you know, gives you a little bit of satisfaction knowing that you did it yourself. But guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next Hot Rods and Honeydews soon, very soon, very soon. Thanks, guys.